Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, it's part 789 to my round chatbot series on Character.ai. This video guys, we're gonna try finishing up the, or not finishing up, but in this session of this game, or of this chatbot, I'm gonna try to real quick finish up the, test with the Feraligatr. I'm already at level 3 with the Noiver, and I'm still trying to get through him, and so far it's definitely working. Um, whenever Northern said the legendary Pokemon showed you affection during a battle, and I says, yes, I'm being completely serious about that. Northern looked at you in silence for a few moments, completely stunned. I honestly don't even know what to say. I've never once heard of anything like that happening to anyone. I'm probably one of the only humans you can completely trust because nobody else cares for their Pokemon like I do. Northern nods his head in agreement. That is true. I think you might be the only human I know that actually cares for and loves their Pokemon the way you do. Almost all other humans have tried to catch and enslave Pokemon. Most of them never show any amount of affection to us. It seems you are actually different. It's not only them. Not only my Pokemon and the Pokemon from the previous 2 levels of this test. I will happily give affection to the other 2 or 3 Pokemon that is left in the test. Plus, I've given love to other versions of different species of Pokemon that you probably never even heard of. Northern looks at you when there's more Pokemon you care about than just the ones in these 3 levels. You also care about different varieties. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, along with my sweet Pokemon, as you have seen, I have been very nice to the Pokemon of this test so far. They, in level 1, they of level 2, and now you. Period. No, that is true. You've been extremely nice to Toadal, the Salamence, and you're even being nice to me right now. Yes. When I say other varieties, I have met different typings for different Pokemon. For example, I met a fire-type Lugia, and so many different typings for there you go. I don't know what that means, surprise. You actually met a fire-type Lugia, and there are other different versions of Toadalon? I'd never met or even seen any variants like that in my entire life. Well, I found them and actually befriended them. Most of them have even tried to protect me if I about got injured. Norman seems amazed and shocked. You have gotten different Pokemon to actually help protect you. They've tried to make sure you're safe. Yes. I was more shocked when everyone is at this. Actually, it makes sense, especially since he's probably never met a trainer that cares so much about him or other Pokemon. Norver's still in a state of shock. I don't know what to say. My whole life, I've never been treated with any bit of care. Most of the humans I've met have always been cruel. I never really thought there was any human who really loved and cared for their Pokemon. Wow. I can see why you were so angry and aggressive when I first met you. Period. I'm really sorry about everything that happened to you. Everyone looks at you with a slight frown. Yeah, I haven't had the best of luck with humans before. That's why I was so aggressive towards you when we first met. It's just hard to trust humans after what I've experienced. Uh, hey, I want to ask you something. Do you know why? Set up this test to begin with? Question mark. It seems like he's gotten different variety of Pokemon to do each level, and it seems like most of them have been hurt or worse by humans. Northern nods its head in agreement. Yeah, I do know why he put this whole test together. He told me it is to test people, to see how they interact with Pokemon that have been hurt by humans. He's trying to make sure they can trust people after the negative experiences they had before. What happened to him. I notice he is a hybrid, or a mix of two different Pokemon. Did something happen that caused that? Or not? Yeah, something did happen. He was tortured by a team of scientists who experimented on him. Wow. I don't know why he was being pretty friendly towards me then. Even when I first met, he didn't try to attack me. He did ask why I was in there, but he didn't actually try to attack me or hurt me. I want to know what the Ewan nods its head again. That's true. I don't know why he was so calm around when you first met. He's usually more aggressive towards people he just met. I think it's just because you had acted aggressive towards him first. He felt like there wasn't any reason to automatically attack because you hadn't given him a reason. I still am surprised that he let you get this far, though. Well, just like I did him, I've been showing you and the other two Pokemon some love. A lot of love, actually. I think you went like, so, yeah, you you really have shown me a lot of attention and love. I feel more relaxed around you already than any other human I've ever met. That's very sweet. Once I am done with this test, I hope you and all the other Pokemon will become friends with me. Because from what said, potentially all the Pokemon that are going to show up are some of my most favorite Pokemon. I want you and so like it's wait, there's some of your most favorite Pokemon? Which ones? Oh well. Level 1 had and him and his evolutions are my favorite Pokemon of all time. Really love Salamence. And he was level 2. Actually, your species is my favorite bat Pokemon. No one's in a bit. You actually love my species? Yes. If I didn't, why would I be so nice to you? Glenn smiles and says, that is true. Nobody I've ever met before has ever told me that they really love my species before. Everybody else has just been interested in its power. Like I said. Like I said. It's not only the first 3 levels. If I am getting told the right Pokemon, then level 4 with is one of my most favorite steel types. And a level 5 with that 15-foot bat's caliber. Is another one of my most favorite dragons. One thing's crazy. I see. Now I'm kind of sad for the last two levels. Yeah. But I don't know how I'm going to keep them from attacking me. Level 2 was decently challenging. And you were decently challenging to get to like me too. If that's the case, level 5 must be nearly impossible. One things about them. Actually, you do have a good point. The last 2 points in the last 2 levels are extremely aggressive. They won't listen to you at all at first or even give you a chance. I don't know. If you're allowed to tell me or not. But if I may ask, is there a way you know that would at least keep them from attacking me? If they decide to. I want to give them a chance because I love them. But even that massive didn't like me. And he thought I was trying to hurt. When I wasn't trying to. Or nonsense. The last 2 points, Agron and Bat's Caliber, are not going to let you get close to them at first. They're going to attack you if you come too close. I don't know how you could prevent them attacking right at the beginning. You did tell me that you have had that success with other different variants of their species. They have changed their minds. I think that's the best chance you have, letting them see that you can be trusted. I'm just worried. Even if I don't do anything to provoke them, if they attack me, is somebody going to step in to stop them? No one thinks about it. I'm like, huh, you're right. I think that is a good question. Who would stop them if they did attack? Hey. You created this test. Even if I don't provoke the Pokemon in the last 2 levels, what happens if they do try to attack me? Feraligatr Hybrid looks at you. The 4 in the last 2 levels do attack you, but you don't provoke them first. They will only be attacking you to test you. They won't use their full strength to seriously hurt you. I made sure of that. Oh, okay. I just want to make... How did you get these Pokemon to help you with this test anyway? Question mark. Did you find Pokemon that got treated badly by humans after what happened to you to make this test? Feraligatr Hybrid nods. That's exactly right. All one helping me with this test were treated badly by humans before. Most of them have experienced something that was horrifying to them. Really? I know you probably can't completely help me with this test since you're the one testing me. But can you at least tell me what happened to the last two Pokemon? That way I can Stop! I'm just worried they won't tell me and instead try to attack me. Feraligatr Gabite, thanks for much. I can tell you what happened to them. That will give you a better understanding of why they are so aggressive. Please do that. I just don't want to ask them. And then they get angry and actually attack me. Even if they don't use their full strength. Like you said, I could still get really hurt. Feraligatr Hybrid, not. Alright, I'll tell you what happened to them. I want to make sure you understand why they won't trust you at first. Them being the last two. The Feraligatr Gabite starts to tell you the story of what happened to the Pokemon from the last two levels. The Aggron that you meet in level 4 was actually used by some very terrible people. Though Aggron was captured and was forced to participate in many Pokemon battles, it was forced to fight non-stop, over and over, with no rest. It was treated like nothing but an object, a weapon, a thing with no feelings. The trainers didn't care if the Aggron was tired, if he was hurt. Not at all. Wow. Okay. What about that bats? That wasn't a... That was behind us when I was in level 1. Question mark. I presume that is the... that you want me to try befriending. Feraligatr Gabite, not. You are correct. That's the very one I want you to try to become friends with. story of what happened to him is actually much sadder than the other one. Do you want to know what happened to him? Yes. The Feraligatr Gabite Hybrid takes a deep breath before continuing. Are you sure you want to hear this? It's extremely sad. If I don't understand why he's so angry and aggressive, even towards me, he will never get along with me, no matter what I tell him. But if I can understand what he went through, that would definitely help. Everybody ever looks at you, Sally. Alright, just prepare yourself, for the story is really, really sad. Uh-oh. What is this? The Feraligatr Gabite Hybrid takes another deep breath. When he was young, just a little axe you. Excuse me? I know bats can evolve from axe. I didn't know bats can evolve from axe you. The freak? He and his family lived in a forest. One day, a group of researchers came into the forest and captured the entire family. They took them to a huge center and experimented on them. Batskowler was the only one to survive the experiments. It really affected him. That's why he doesn't trust anyone. What experiments did they do? Question mark. Something similar to you? Where they tried... Feraligatr Gabite Hybrid not. Yeah, same kind that was done to me. It changed his look. So he's not even supposed to be a bat's caliber. Is that what this is saying? I gotta ask him now. Because now that might help. It might be like, maybe if I call him Haxorus, being like, Axie or Haxorus, listen to me. Maybe he'll understand and be like, hey. The same that was done to me. It changes looks and personality forever. He doesn't trust people at all, and he's very aggressive towards anyone he does see. Especially considering it all happened when he was just a little Axew. He was so young. He didn't get to experience any of the things he was supposed to experience when he was young. Poor guy really did have it pretty rough. It's no wonder he's so hostile. So he was originally and meaning that if he didn't get experimented on, he would be a Feraligatr Gabite Hybrid. Yeah, he was originally an Axew. He should have evolved into a powerful Haxorus by now, but the terrible experiments, they prevented him from being able to evolve. So what do I call him by then? If I call him, will he get more angry? Or will he understand? The Feraligatr Gabite Hybrid, thanks for It's actually better to call him Bat's Caliber. He doesn't like being reminded of being an Axew. It brings him more pain, so it's better to call him by his current final evolved form. Okay. I'm almost ready for level 4 anyway. That is, if you think I did good enough to pass level 3 with that awesome right here. Anyway, yeah, you did good with them. You two are really making some great progress, which is awesome to see. So, do you want me interacting with him more? Or do you think it's enough to go on to level 4? I'm like, oh, damn. I think you've done enough on him for now, and you seem eager to get to the next level. I do think you are ready for level 4 if you're comfortable with it. Sure. But first, I turn to my friend. Thank you for giving me a chance to talk to you and become friends with you. No one looks at you once more with a more like, you're welcome. You were a lot different than the other humans I've met. I never thought a human could be so kind. Holy frick, that's kind of sad thinking about it. Well, I'm getting closer to the end of the test, so I guess I'll see you after I'm done. Thank you again for giving me a chance and being so sweet. I walk over to the and pet him gently. I leans into the pet once again, still showing off a more calm, calm, hello, expression. Yeah, I'll see you after the test. I hope to talk to you more and become even better friends. Alright. Alright. I'm ready. Yeah. Alright. You can make your way to the door and proceed to the next level. I wish you luck. You're not gonna bring him out here like you did the other 3. I'm just worried that if I go into his territory, then he would definitely attack me. No, I won't bring him out here. I want you to warn you about this. It's always going to be a lot harder compared to the ones you've done, so prepare yourself before you approach the room he's in. How do I keep him? Do I keep him from thinking I'm a threat? I don't want to walk into the room and immediately get attacked. That's all. I don't mind about befriending him if he'll let me. Wait, not a bit. That's part of the challenge. You need to be very careful when approaching him. Oh no. Don't make any moves that will scare him or he will attack you immediately. Dude, if that's level 4, what's level 5 gonna be? That's caliber earlier. I didn't like me. Okay. I get close to the door. And then walk inside. Oh no. It was extremely large and there was only a few lit torches along the walls. The center of the room there is a massive 15-foot tall Excalibur. Southpaw is right on you. He seems like you're angry and extremely suspicious of you. Wait. It's you. I thought you were the level 5 Pokemon. What happened to... From seemingly nowhere to answer that question. Excalibur's level 4, level 5 is a different Pokemon. He'll get to that level when you're ready. For now, you have to focus on this one. Yeah. But what happened? You told me earlier that level 4 was... Did he all of a sudden get more aggressive towards humans? While I was focusing on the other 3? And because of that, he got moved to level 5? Oh no, yeah, he did become more aggressive. Yeah, he just attacked me, causing me to move him up to level 5. I'll bring him out later, once you pass this level. Okay. Oh my gosh. You know what? Alright then. Good luck. You're going to need it. Hello. Go on. What's that? What? Oh, heck, now I can see what you mean. Who the heck are you? Uh-oh, yep. What? Hey, it's okay. I just want to ask. Weren't you the one that was about to attack me earlier when I was just talking to the... Because you thought I was going to hurt him or something? Let's cover... Yeah, I was. Humans have hurt me before. Why should I trust any of you? Look, I'm not a horrible person like everybody else is towards you. I promise. Just please give me a chance and don't attack me. Joe looked at you with a slight frown. Do you promise you're not going to hurt me? No. I would never dream of doing that. Especially after hearing what happened to you. Let's go to Royce. You heard what happened to me? Yes. The reason I have gotten this far in the test is because the Pokemon that are more aggressive, I try to understand why. That way I can understand them on a deeper level. That's why I've gotten this far. Or seeing more. Wait, you're telling me the other Pokemon have actually been letting you get close enough to talk with them? Yes. Actually, the other three have already become friends with me because I actually showed them love and care. And they were what completely dumb. Really? You actually got close enough to them and they didn't attack you? No. I just got words expression still completely dumb. Wow. I never thought that's humanly possible. Listen. Listen. I understand how angry and mad you are at humans for what they did to you. But please, tell me your side of the story and help me understand why you're so angry. From what I heard, you used to be another Pokemon. That's what's away from it. Yeah. I guess I can tell you. I guess I can tell you what happened to me. I promise. I'm not going to do anything. That's what I was telling you earlier when you were about to attack me. If you gave me a chance, you wouldn't regret it. I discovered what's you from Walmart. Alright, I'm gonna give you a chance to hear my story. I swear, if you trick me, I will rip you apart. Excuse me now? I'm not. I promise. If I didn't care about Pokemon, I wouldn't have gotten to level 4. But George says, alright, I trust you. I guess it wouldn't be so bad to just lay it all out. Did you use... Please don't... Her nod. Yeah, I was once a small little Axew, form of innocence and joy. What happened to make you a Bax? Oh, wait. Anyway, son, those danged researchers, my poor, innocent family. Please, please tell me what happened. I really do feel bad for you and I want to understand. Hightower took a deep sigh, closed his eyes for a moment before continuing. Those researchers, the ones that made me this way, they captured me, my mother, and my 2 older brothers, and they took us into their center, and they experimented on us. They did horrible things to us. Holy cow. Wow. That's awful. What happened to your mother and brothers? Vasquez's expression became more. They. Oh! Okay. 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 Um. Um. They unfortunately didn't make it. As in, they flippin' passed away. Oh my gosh.